Hey guys, Steve from A Warehouse Full, and today I want to talk to you about some simple how-tos, do's and don'ts for using aerosol. Going into wintertime always brings new challenges, and you always have new dippers that really kind of need to know this information. And temperature is going to be your biggest factor for causing problems. So believe it or not, I like to use this mirror a lot whenever it comes to practicing. I mean, it's got a really slick, smooth surface, so if you can dip a mirror, you can dip a car. Not copyright, is it? So this can is just under 40 degrees. So if you're in one of the northern areas, that's not terribly uncommon for you. You get a lot colder than that. So leaving these outside in the garage, although it won't damage the product inside, if it is that temperature, it's gonna come out horrible. So this is different distances and thickness, all whenever the can is too cold. As you can see, it came out splotchy no matter what I did. Obviously up here I was too close, too thick, and it decided to run. But even when I was down here really far away, it's just a horrible finish. And that will show in your end result. So step one, make sure the can is warm. Now there's a couple of ways to do this without involving the microwave or the oven. Don't involve the microwave or the oven. So you can either bring the cans inside the night before and let them just stay at room temperature, or you can fill up your sink or a bucket or something with hot water, throw them in there, let it sit about 15 minutes. By the time you're done, bring them out, you'll have a great finish. Let me show you. Let's go with purple. All right, so I just got this can out of the hot water, and you'll see the difference between here and here. How it goes down much easier when it's at the right temperature. Which brings us to the second point, distance. You don't want it too far away, you don't want it too close, you want it just right. So if you spray too far away, you get kind of a look like this, okay? You're really just wasting product, and you're letting that Plasti Dip kind of dry a little bit before it actually hits the surface. So what that's gonna do, it's gonna waste half your can, first of all. Second, it's going to give you a fuzzy texture. That's actually getting a little bit extreme in the description, but I've seen some pretty fuzzy stuff. So the trick is you want it about 6 inches away. Now third is getting too close, like what I've got here. You've got to think of these as almost like carbonated drinks. There's a lot of bubbles in there that need to get out. Those thinners have to evaporate. The thicker you go down on even passes, the more of those gases and chemicals need to escape. So when they start to dry, basically what you're going to have left in your finished surface, a lot of little bubbles, and it's going to look horrible. So if you spray too thick, you'll actually see these bubbles popping out as it's drying. My foot's going to sleep. I get a lot of the same questions over and over, and it's really things that need to be answered. People need to know this. One of them is, how do I know when to go on with the next coat? Well, when you're looking at your finish, if it's shiny, it's wet. When it gets more to that satin look, it's dry. Not too thick now. That doesn't really cover every single trick that you need to know or might run into whenever you're doing something with aerosol Plasti Dip, but it really does cover the basics. Really important stuff you need to know, especially going into winter. So just bear that in mind before you start your project. Temperature and distance. Two most important things. So if you have any questions, come by our Facebook page, facebook.com/awarehouseful, or our website, www.awarehouseful.com, where we have all these in a warehouse full of amazing products.